How good are you at reading body language? Hello from Norway. Everybody say something. We adopted a stray pet down there. Oh, you sign underneath there.
Your picture will be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I deserve to be with these guys,
Yeah,
but
I think so.
I am here in Oslo, Norway, and I just read a fascinating book. I did a podcast on it, but I thought I would show some of it. I'm here with Silja. She's my friend and she's my guide in Oslo. I'm going to find my cousin somewhere. Now, why is body language important? Because everybody talks about body language, how they can read body language, but most people don't know what they're talking about. I thought I would share from this famous book a handful of things that you can do to get better with your body language. I don't know, my hair looks so crazy. It's cold here, by the way. Oslo, look up in the sky. She has a jacket on.
Yeah, it's super
By the
cold.
way, it's almost June. It's almost summer. Okay, first thing you have to know about body language is something called the 55-38-7 rule. I'm gonna practice on you. I'm gonna demonstrate some of this on you. So 55% of body language is what you look like. So like how you dress, how you stand, your posture, if you're leaning towards somebody, if you're leaning away. 38% of body, you might have heard this before, like most of your body language, most of your communication is not what you say, it's how you say it. So 55% of how you communicate is how you look, including how you stand and all that. 38% is how you say stuff. So how quickly you speak, the tone of voice, whether it's harsh or kind, whether it's really fast or really slow, how much space you have between, how you look people in the eyes or don't look them in the eyes. And then 7% is the actual words that you say. Now some people misunderstand this. By the way, are we going to the right place?
Yeah, we are.
I'm relying on her. Tell us how do you say body language in Norwegian?
Kroppsspråk.
Kroppsspråk. Is that correct?
Almost.
Is my Norwegian not perfect?
Work on it.
I'm working on it. Okay. First rule of, once you understand this 55-38-7 communication law, then the second thing you have to know is that eyes are the most powerful part of body language. So you have to know where to look with your eyes, how long to look, and how often. Let me break that down for you. Number one, where to look. Can I demonstrate on you?
Yeah.
Depends on the situation. If it's a business situation, you want to look from basically right in the forehead. Okay?
Yeah.
If it's a friendship situation, you want to look right at the nose. And if it's romantic, you want to look at the chin or lower. Okay? Now, why is that? Well, when it's a power situation like business negotiation, and you look here above the eyes, you're showing that you have some dominance, that you have authority. Friendship, you look in the nose because it's not very aggressive, it's just more like kind of fun and laid back. So it's kind of the happy median. When you look romance, you look at the chin, shows like affection. It shows some sexual interest because obviously looking down, like if you're a guy and you look down at a female, you're looking at other parts beside her face. So that's kind of what scientists have found. The next part of it, so that's where you look. Oh, they have a little what is that called? The tram? Tram? Not the tram, the train.
Tram.
I forgot my damn English on this trip to Europe. If you've never been to Oslo, by the way, it's a great city. And you know what's funny? In California where I live, I always crack up because all the girls that are blonde, if you look at the roots of their hair, dark. Here, you have that, you have, what color was your hair when you were born? Like
Super
white?
blonde.
Yeah,
white.
we call it towhead.
Towhead,
Or it's
yeah.
white. You call it that here too, right?
No, I've never heard it.
Towhead?
No.
Okay, where is my cousin? Let me text her on my other phone. I got two phones. You guys know that Kevin Gates rap song? Do you know that song?
No,
I got two phones. One for the plug. All right, I won't say the whole thing. Let me text Maya.
We're getting there.
Hey Maya, what restaurant are you at? Sorry, just wanna, these are my raw vlogs. The next thing with eyes, once you know where to look, you have to know how long to look and what pacing. The proper pacing of looking at somebody is when you are the speaker, you should look 50% of the time at them. Don't look like 100% of the time at them, because you'll look like you're staring at them. And don't look at them like 20% of the time, because it'll look like you're lying and hiding something. Now, when you're listening, it's different. You should listen and make eye contact in the correct place 80% of the time. Are you doing that, Celia?
Yeah, I am.
No, it's because we're walking. By the way, they say if you want to have a effective communication with somebody and you go to dinner, don't have them on the side of you, have them sit across the table from you. So back to the interval, 50% of the time. Then, how long should you look at somebody before you look away? You want to guess? Now in Norway it's a little different because they're more shy here. But
Yeah, we don't look at people.
what would you say?
4 seconds?
That's pretty good. Around 3 seconds. You should look at somebody around three seconds, and then mutually, since they're watching you and you're watching them, you'll look at each other for about 2 seconds. Pitbull. We got pit bulls here in Norway. Okay, that was lesson number 2 about eye contact. By the way, go to my podcast. It's just under Tai Lopez, and I've got a more in-depth version where I'm not walking and you can just listen to the audio. Numero 3, importance of body language, reading other people. You have to understand open versus closed. And so, for the most part, if you want a quick and dirty summary of body language, it's understand eyes. Even though other things are important, I'm just giving you kind of a cheat list. We go this way?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get run over?
No.
You're gonna run me over?
Trying not to.
Okay. Are those Norwegian boots? Those are like horse riding boots. Okay. The third thing you have to understand about body language is open versus closed. And this really extends to every area. It extends to listening. It extends to how the 55% of how you look. It extends to the 38% of how you sound, and the 7% of your vocabulary. When you're reading somebody, if they're sitting across from you, open is they're leaning towards you, their palms are open, they're nodding with their head, that's open, they're agreeing with you. Their eyes are open, literally. Of course, she has sunglasses on, she's like a poker player. Are her eyes open in terms of the pupils? And obviously closed is just the opposite of that. And it's amazing how few people, what the hell is this person doing? Is she sawing something? Did you hear me say that? What is that? Oh, I thought you were sawing off your foot. I thought she was doing a magic trick. So you want to be watching for open versus closed. And then when there's something called mirroring, which is, you ever heard of mirroring before?
I'm not sure.
Not in Norwegian, I got it.
No.
It means synchronizing. So if somebody's open, somebody's leaning forward, you lean forward towards them. If they're leaning back, you lean back. If they're speaking very quickly, you speak very quickly. By the way, a little side note, how many words per minute do you think is the best to speak?
I have no idea.
This is a
50.
little bonus point. This is bonus
40.
point number 4. 100, and for a female, about 160 words per minute is ideal, with half a second interval between sentences. And for a man, a little bit faster, about 180. If you want to know what that is, I'll speak at 160 is about speaking like this. Well, actually that was about 140. 160 is speaking like this fairly quickly, not too quickly. 180 for a man is like speaking like this, pretty confidently, pretty authoritatively. And then half a second interval between sentences is like, hello, how are you doing? I'm good, everything's great. Half a second goes by quick. So the bonus point is, when you're communicating, the 38% is how you sound. You don't want to speak too slow. Some people are speak like this, and then each sentence they wait 5 seconds, like, hello, how are you? I mean, don't sound like that. And on the other side, I see this with public speaking. People speak way too fast. They're like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm great. Good, let's go over here. And don't sound like that either. You want to sound confident, authoritative, but not aggressive. Especially here in Norway.
Yeah, for sure.
Norway has a word called främlingsfientlighet. Oh no, is that Swedish?
No, that can be Norwegian.
That's Norwegian too. You know what that means? That means they don't like outsiders who are too weird. Or janteloven.
Yeah.
Janteloven?
Janteloven.
Janteloven. Ask your Norwegian friend what that means. Anyway, let's see. Now, another interesting study from this book. You work at a restaurant. She works at a restaurant.
Yeah, I do.
But they don't do tips here very much, do they?
No, not very much.
But they did a study in America. 3 types of waiters and waitresses that got the most tips. What do you think it was? What do you think the behavior got the most tips, biggest tips?
Smile and be happy.
Good, that was number 1. Level 1, more than the control, people who smiled. Now, what was level 2 that made even more money than just smiling people?
Making them laugh. Maybe not.
Maybe, but it was leaning down, like when people are sitting, lowering your body so you connect with them.
Smart.
What do you think number 3 is that made the most money?
I'm not sure actually.
Yes. Celia, don't give up so easy.
No, I'm not. Making them feel comfortable.
Think more. What else?
I'm not sure. You can tell.
Touching. So like if you lean down, smile, and like touch their elbow.
Oh.
Or
I
like touch their
learned that.
shoulder.
Yeah?
Now in Norway, maybe not as
No,
much.
I don't think they
But in
do
America,
here.
this was an American study.
Yeah.
Like I said, Norwegians are very shy. Although when they drink. When's the last time you were drunk? Don't lie.
May 17th, I guess. The National Day.
4 days ago? How drunk?
Yeah.
She's a Gemini. Geminis are crazy. How drunk were you?
Not that drunk because I was working at the night. But I can be drunk.
Wait, you were drunk at night and then in the day? I mean in the day and then at night you had to go work?